Namaste.
Namaskar.
It's very happy to have you here today at Waves. I wanted to just ask you a couple questions about your experience here. How did you come to know about Waves, and when did you start getting involved?
Actually, Dhiru Saha, who is one of the member of Waves, I think founding member of the Waves, for a long time, he's doing all this in activities, Wave conference, and he became a member of our e-group called Sadhu Sangha, which includes like 40,000 scientists worldwide. So then he invited in 2016, I think, for a special, session on in the Wave conference that held in Delhi. Life come from life. So thereon, we got involved. We organized a special session. Some scientists. And 2017, in the Indian version of Wave, I was also a key speaker there. In this way, I know Waves.
So we talked a little bit earlier about your background as a scientist.
Yeah.
Could you talk a little bit about the talk that you're going to be giving and the content of your lecture?
My talk title is A Bhagavad Vedantic Critique to Modern Scientific View of Life and Matter. So, in modern science, they try to eliminate any fundamental difference between life and non-life. They say that life came from chemicals. So if that is the case, then we are all just bunch of chemicals. They are, interacting with, some kind of chance, combinations of atoms and molecules and forces. In such a paradigm, in such a concept of life, you cannot respect your elders. You cannot respect, other living entities, and you cannot relate to any purpose in life. Because a chemical, you cannot say what purpose chemical have. You say what purpose this building exists. The purpose can only be related in a case of an inanimate object from outside. But if we are also inanimate, or we don't have any purpose, inherent purpose, then it leads to some kind of disturbance in the society, and we are leading towards a completely chaos. That's what exactly happening. The number of suicide rates are increasing because of the misconception that we have about life. And the Darwin's theory of evolution, which says that we are in outcome of a evolution from chemicals to lower animals to human being. So Darwin himself was thinking, how can I trust the mind of a monkey if we are evolved from there? So I am discussing from the scientific perspective how modern biology created a major challenge to this idea of material origin of life, and the evolution is also challenged. And I am discussing how Vedanta can be an alternative. Darwin talks about objective evolution of bodies, and Vedanta talks about subjective evolution of consciousness. It also talks about evolution. Evolution is not wrong. But what Darwin has done, he eliminated the concept of soul or the subjective aspect. He only thought about body. Somehow body changes and different body manifests. But in our case, we can take an example of a book. A book is there. It's the same letters you will find in a biology book or in a economic book. Those A, B, C, D. But the concepts are different. So it is the subject which arranges those letters into a particular kind of book. That thing, is not addressed. Means a dog has a concept, a particular consciousness. A bacteria has a particular concept. So our Vedic science says all these different species, they represent different consciousness. So I'm going to discuss that.
Well, that's very interesting, and I hope that we can all learn a lot from your talk at Waves.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you.